Hello everybody. Today, it is supposed to be really nice today. It's supposed to be like 63 degrees. So we're gonna try to take advantage of this nice warm weather and try to clear out some pasture and cut down some trees, because pretty soon I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore because I'm gonna have a baby. So I will not be cutting down trees this year like I did last year. Hi guys. We're gonna come in with you guys today. You think we're gonna give you more food. You've already had breakfast. Now I'm hoping Rocky leaves us alone. If he doesn't, we're gonna have to chain him up so he doesn't pester us. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, we'll go get the chain if he seems like he's gonna be a problem. Be nice, Rocky. Are you gonna leave us alone and not try to attack us? I really hope so. I would love to work in the bulls' pasture and cut down some of their trees and clean up. There's so many like sticks and trees laying over. I'd love to clean them up. And there's a lot of buckeye trees in there that I'd love to chop down. But I don't want to work in the field with the bulls, especially while my husband's not here. And with the kids, we're not going in there. So that pasture is going to stay the way it is right now. This area is so grown up. And there's a lot of little trees that we can cut down that'll be really easy. And there's so much like laying on the ground we can clean up. The more we cut down, the more chances we have of the sun getting grass to grow. I know we're gonna have to start planting grass seed in some of our pastures, like a pasture mix, something. We're gonna have to plant something to get like a good pasture to grow. But the first step is getting the trees out of here. Thankfully, Rocky's been really good and he's been leaving us alone. We've only been cleaning up like 30 minutes and I feel like you can tell such a difference already. It's already clearing out and more light is coming through the trees. One thing that really stinks about cutting down trees in here, like a little mini forest, is that they all get stuck in each other. Because if you can see up there, all their branches get intertwined and stuff. And if you try to drop one of the trees, even if they're small, they're just stuck in each other and they don't want to fall over. They just want to hang there. So that makes it kind of hard. But thankfully, all these trees are like really small. There's no real big trees, except for like that one right there. But I'm not cutting that one down. I'll be cutting down these little ones. So thankfully they're all small. But that's why I want to cut them down as soon as we can before they get bigger. But most of these trees really won't get very big because they're mostly like these kind. I don't know what kind of tree this is, but I really hate it because it's just, I don't know. They're just no fun because they got a ton of branches and they got like these spikes on them. If you can see, there's spikes coming off of them. I hate these trees with passion. See, look, there's the spikes. These trees actually sent me to ER last year because I stepped on one and the spike went through my shoe and into my foot. Worst pain I've ever had in my entire life. I could not walk. I thought I broke my foot. So I went to the ER, they did x-rays and they said that they thought that it went into like a tendon or something. And that's why I was in so much pain. Took forever to heal. So I hate these trees. I want every single one of those trees cut down because I cannot stand them. And it's really a useless tree. There's nothing good about it. So I'll be happy when they're all gone. The goats have been with us the whole time. They're nibbling on branches and eating some of the like more tender sticks and there's little buds. So they're eating that stuff off. And Rocky's been a good boy. Everybody came over to see all the excitement. And even the little baby pigs are so cute. They're there with their mommy. Hello, handsome boys. Did you come to see the excitement too? It's hard to believe how grown up it was over here. I mean, like right now, you would not think about it. Like, it just looks like cleared out with just trees that need cut down. But last year it was so thick you could not walk through it because of all the briars. The briars and the little trees and like the grass and just weeds. it was so grown up, you could not walk through it. It was really hard to put up that fence there. Like, we had to make a little path that we could walk through to put up that fence. And you would never know it. I mean, that's how much the animals have cleaned this out. Plus, I mean, it is winter, so everything died. But last winter, it didn't look like this. Last winter, it was really grown up. So the goats have done an amazing job. That's why we got the goats, was to help clear out the property and keep it cleaned up, because with them, I know I don't have to worry about more trees growing up. Once we cut them down, they're down. We don't have to worry about little baby trees coming up and it growing up like this again. Alright, this is how much we got done. There's our pile. And that's what it looks like. I feel like you really can't tell too much of a difference. Maybe when I watch the video back, I'll change my mind about that, but I feel like you really can't tell too much of a difference. Even though we obviously cleaned up a lot. The pile is pretty big. But all of my batteries to my chainsaw died. So I gotta plug them in. We're gonna take a break and then we will come back out.
Later.
Okay, we went in, we ate lunch, we came back out, and we worked and took selfies with Adrian so we could send it to my husband. And I'm done with cutting down trees and picking up sticks for the day. But we're not done because we still have to do chores. But I'll show you what we did today. So this is what we did. There's our pile. It's really, really big. It looks bigger in person than it does on my phone. Michael, why don't you go stand beside the pile so we can see how big it is. You gotta stand beside it so we can see how big it is. It's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty wide. You're uphill from it. I did leave that stump for my husband to cut down with the real chainsaw, the gas-powered one. But yep, that's not the only pile. We started that one up there too. So we're getting there. Cleared a lot out, but there's so much more to do. I feel good cutting down trees and clearing it out because I feel like I actually accomplished something. But then it makes me sad because it's like I feel like I didn't even make a dent. Because there's still so much to cut down and clear out, and it is seriously going to take us years because all of this has to go. So all of these trees, everything, all of it needs to go. Every tree that you see is leaving except for that really, really big tree down there. That is a wild cherry tree. I know wild cherry trees are toxic, but as long as the branches don't fall off of it and they eat the leaves, you're fine. So I would just keep a really close eye on it. I mean, we'll probably cut it down eventually after we plant something else that's nicer. But we definitely want at least one tree for shade, but we don't need all of these trees. So they're all leaving. But it does look better. It looks better, but it's still a lot. I just tried to start with the littlest stuff first. That would make the biggest impact, and then we'll just work our way to the bigger trees and eventually hopefully get them all out. We're definitely not gonna be able to burn those piles until we cut the trees down around them. So those piles will be sitting there for a while because we can't burn them with the trees there. Hello everybody, is it dinner time now? I just absolutely loved seeing these piggies walk around all day today. Aren't they the cutest? And Pinky is an extremely good mommy. But even in here, I mean, there's so much that needs cleaned up. So much that needs cleaned up, and then like pretty much all of these trees need to go, except for this really big old walnut tree, even though it's kind of rotting, so that's gonna have to go eventually too. But all of these are going. I'm definitely keeping my big, way in the back. You can't really see it too well. It's a big, sycamore tree. I love my sycamore trees. We have quite a few on the property that are like really big. We measured that one, and we looked it up online with the measurements. It said that it's like 240 years old. It's a very old tree. That tree will stay there forever. I will never cut that tree down. If anybody comes to cut that tree down, I will chain myself to that tree so it stays there. But everything else can go. Hello, Shrek. How are we doing this fine evening? Oh my goodness. Hello, handsome boys. You are noisy. I have to go in and make your bottles, and then we'll bring them back out to you. You just got to be patient. Yes. Gonna have to be patient. Hello, lovely ladies. Are you ready for your dinner? Ready for dinner time? Hi, boys. This is another area that when we moved here, you could not walk through here at all. None of this. You couldn't walk through it. There was just a little path that you could get like an ATV through that went through here up to Daisy and then up the hill. But everything else was just grown over, thick. You could not see through it. It was trees and briars and just like you could not see through there at all. So it has definitely cleared out. I mean, there's a lot laying. We got to clean up and cut down, but it's just so much. I mean, we've done a lot, and we've been here a year, little over a year, and we've done a lot in that year, but there's just so much more to do. Plus, up behind us, I'd like to put a pasture up there too. Not a huge one, but that goes the whole way across the property that way. And I've just barely begun to cut down trees up there. I mean, we have, but not as much as we have in these pastures that we already have. What do you think, Sally? You like the mineral lick? Think we should move it. It's kind of in the mud there. Hi, Belle. You're looking beautiful up there. You are seriously so pretty. You're so pretty. Which we really have to get the fence done over at the Bulls. That fence is not staying like that. We're gonna be putting in T-posts and getting that all set up with gates and everything else. And we need to do that soon because soon Belle and Beauty have to go over with Gaston. Because I want Belle to have next spring. So we got to get that done so she can go over there with them. So she'll have babies, a baby. So we got to get that fence done. And I'm not putting her over there until that fence is done, especially Beauty. I'm not putting Beauty over there until that fence is done because Beauty has been known to jump fences and that fence is not that great. I'm surprised the Bulls actually stay in it. But I guess it's because it stays hot and they don't want to get shocked. But we got to get that fence done. So next time I'm over there, instead of clearing out the pasture, I'm going to have to clear out the tree line so that we can actually put the fence in. So that's what I'm going to do next time instead of clearing it out the way I did. Have you guys become friends? Are you guys nice to each other? Sally, I don't think you're very nice to her, are you? She looks like she's getting bigger than you. She's just as big as you now. I love to know what's going through your head right now. I'm sorry I don't have any treats. You think I have treats. I don't have treats. I love your hair. You have like a funky hairdo. We having a good hair day today. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys ready for your dinner. Which I know I get a lot of comments about the cows being in this mud. But they only come down here when it's time to eat. Any other time, they are out in the pasture. There's no mud out there, not like it is right here. So I know people are like, oh, they're standing in mud all day. They are not standing in mud all day. They come down here to eat, and that's it. And then they can go do as they please, lay in the field, stomp around in the field where there's no mud. So it's not like They're living in mud. Right, guys? People need to just calm down. Now that the heifers are over here, every time I feed them, I try to pet them up, get them more friendly. Because really I did not spend much time with them at all. And Belle was getting a little bit to be a little scaredy cat. But I'm very proud of Beauty, the black one on the end. She is doing excellent. She's very friendly. Way friendlier than she ever was before, so that makes me happy. It's just sad that Daisy, no matter how hard I tried, she never acted like that. I could never pet her. I could never get her friendly. No matter how much I tried, no matter how nice I tried to be to her, she was just different. She's not like the other ones that will eventually warm up to you. She would never warm up to me, ever. But that's why we ended up taking her calf away from her, was because she would not let us touch her calf. She would take her calf out in the field so we couldn't touch her. And Eve was getting so wild. I mean, she was wilder than Daisy. She was very wild, and I knew that if we didn't take her away and tame her up, that we would eventually be getting rid of her because we were not going to keep her. So that's why we took Eve away from Daisy. But now Eve is so friendly. She's so much friendlier. I mean, she's not like, I'm going to go up and give you a hug friendly, but I can pet her. So that makes me happy. Well, we are done with chores. I am done for the day. I'm going in, taking a shower, and then I am going to wallow on the couch like a big old hippopotamus and not do anything the rest of the night. So I will see you later.